Business Network on 963 IMG Radio. Tonight's featured business is Lifestyle Motives. We have the CEO and owner, Miss Natasha White.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Meet the faces behind the products and hear from the hearts behind the brand.
So, tell us about your business.
So, Lifestyle Motives is a health and nutrition coaching business. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach, as well as having my degree in culinary arts and nutrition with a concentration in didactics, which pretty much is someone who is a registered dietitian, but I chose not to go that route because I wanted to study holistic nutrition instead. So I've been doing that about 10 years. I take all of my expertise and I work with my clients to form a person-centered plan. So the whole thing is based on what the client's needs are, what their goals are. And I try to focus not just on what they put in their mouths, but what they totally consume during the course of their day. So what are their stressors? Who do they live with? Who's really dictating their meals? Their socioeconomic background, any cultural influence? All those things play a factor in how and what we eat and why we choose those items. So I focus on all those things, as well as creating SMART goals and implementing real lifestyle changes, and not just going on a temporary diet, but really making it something long-term.
When it comes to health and wellness, there is so much diverse plethora of companies and people who claim to be gurus that's out there. What makes you different from the rest?
I think what makes me different is, first of all, I look like the people who are not always represented in the health conversation. That's number one. Just statistically, less than 5% of nutrition professionals are of color. Less than 1% are of Caribbean descent. So I know that I'm already a unicorn in that kind of area. I am also someone who really believes in a person-centered approach. People say that, but then they always have everything ready-made, everything cookie cutter. And I don't believe in that. I think everyone's health is different. And I would say most importantly, I'm very much my authentic self when I work with people. I know that people share very intimate things with me, and I feel in order to connect on that level, I have to be vulnerable as well. And sometimes when you go to other types of gurus or professionals and things like that, they're not willing to be open with you about their own struggles or the things that they've been through or how they can relate to people.
So that leads me to ask, what made you start this path and turn it into a business?
So it was a very full circle kind of path is what I called it. One of those things that you didn't know you were really being prepared for, but you were being prepared for the whole time. So I grew up cooking my whole life since I was big enough to stand on a stool and watch my mother put spinners in our soup. So that's kind of how I started. So I just knew I was going to be a chef my whole life, and went to culinary school. And while I was there, I had one culinary nutrition class and I fell in love. I was like, oh my gosh, I can cook and I can find out what it does to your body when you eat it. Great. This is for me. And then I switched over to being in a full nutrition program. I finished my degree there. And then while I was doing my nutrition degree, my father got really sick. He had been a type 1 diabetic most of his life. And unfortunately, he had his leg amputated my freshman year of college. And, things were really tricky with him. And so right before my last semester, unfortunately, he passed away. And so he was a big motivator for me to finish school, to learn what I could to help people, I wanted to help him. And when he passed away, I said, you know what? We had a plan. I'm going to finish school on time. I'm not going to take any breaks, and we're going to do what we need to do. But while I was helping him, I realized that pills are not always the answer. I am a strong believer in medication if someone needs it. I also am a believer in us operating as a sick care system and not a healthcare system. And I think we don't always look at the full person. And so I wanted to go that route. And one day I just realized what I was doing was technically being a health coach. And so I found a school that finally opened to teach people how to health coach appropriately and to get some kind of certification in holistic nutrition. And it just went from there. It was like I stopped chasing money. I stopped chasing the bag, and I started running from my purpose and realizing what I really was supposed to do. And it just opened up a whole new world. And I've never looked back.
How long have you been in business? When did you start?
Officially, my business started in 2016. I would say when I stopped playing around was maybe in 2018. When I got really serious was 2018.
So Natasha, let us know, what is it like for a client once they come to you for your services? Walk us through that.
So there's usually paperwork in the beginning. We have to make sure that they understand what their commitments are to themselves and to me. I also give them a questionnaire, which will ask, some really typical questions that a nutritionist may ask. What do you eat? How often do you eat? Do you drink water? Stuff like that. But then I also like to ask questions like, what are your favorite foods, your least favorite foods, your top 3 stressors in your life, and some other good questions, right? And then from there, we will also talk about the commitment. So it is a 6-month commitment. The first 3 months are corrective actions. Like, what do you need to change? What do you want to focus on? And then the last 3 months work on maintenance. So how can we take this and make it long term? Because I want people to understand that your health is really not a diet. It's not a sprint. It really is a journey, not even a marathon. It's just a journey. And you never really quite reach the end. Even when you feel you're in optimal health, your body changes every 7 years. So you're always having to tweak and adjust things.
Your first client, your first experience with your first client, what was that like?
I was nervous. I was a wreck. I just, I wanted to make sure I was giving them good information and reliable. And I made the mistake of trying to be too technical in the beginning. And, I even went so far as I gave that client an extra 2 months for free with me because I realized my mistake after about the second month. And so I said, you know what? We're going to start over, but I'm not going to charge you. And I realized that I couldn't connect with her because she didn't know me. And so I went back and reevaluated the way I did things and created my own plan and stopped trying to follow a cookie cutter or what I thought it was supposed to be. And so, I had a redo. You make mistakes and then you fix them and you take accountability and you keep it moving. But she ended up being one of my very first success stories. So I was very grateful for the changes that she was able to make in her life.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So the other question that I had in mind was to ask you, what were some of the mistakes, maybe, because starting out in business, you're bound to make mistakes. So
Definitely.
for the listener out there who is thinking of, pursuing this path, what were maybe 2 other mistakes that you made that you had to recover from, and how did you go about rebounding from those?
First mistake I made was feeling like I was an island and I could do it all myself and I didn't need any help and there's no one else doing this, which wasn't a lie because I don't know anybody else, especially back then that was a health coach. But I felt like I couldn't get assistance from anyone and I didn't know where to turn. And so learning to network and learning to appreciate other people's expertise, and that even if it's not the same industry, you can still learn from, was a big lesson that I had to learn. And to overcome that, the first thing I did was got a business coach. Coaches need coaches, same way doctors need doctors and therapists need therapists. So I got a business coach, and that really helped me out a lot. And I would say my second stumbling block was definitely the way I made my business official. And so again, I was going into this blind. I wasn't really sure which way to turn. And I did things in a roundabout way, like trying to get the logo and legalizing this and doing this and doing this. And I'm realizing if I would have just asked someone, I could have done the whole thing in one shot. So, it was just a lesson learned and being mindful where you invest your money and invest your time. So working smarter, definitely. I fumbled in the beginning, but it was a learning experience. And so I'm able to help other people and tell them kind of what not to do.
And you do a holistic approach to health. So give me the top 5 issues you come across when, with folks as far as dealing with health.
Okay, so number 1, so many people have complained about the quarantine 15. Mm-hmm. So I usually get a lot of weight loss clients. They come to me like, I have a goal. I want to lose X by X time. So that's number one. Number two is usually a detox of some sort. People want to detox from the holidays or from cookout season, or if they just feel they've never done a real detox before, I'll get that. I also get people who have some kind of health issue that they've tried to address using traditional Western medicine. So they've been through 20 different specialists, so many different pills and creams and so on, and they really don't get an answer. The fourth one I usually get are just people who are curious about a more holistic way of living, who maybe are taking a lot of medications and want to wean back. And then I get a lot of people who are changing their diet. So people who are going more plant-based or wanting to eliminate meat, or for some people it's I'm working out and I need to add more protein. So those are the top 5 that I usually get.
Okay. So you, with the pandemic, like how has that affected your business?
Honestly, I think it's been positive. I really do think it's been a positive thing. More people are looking to make real change. Not being on the run so much has allowed me to do other things. So on social media, I'm able to do more live talks so people can interact with me more. I've been presented with different opportunities, things like this, like even being with you guys and, being able to do things via Zoom. And most importantly, it forced me to level up my business. It forced me to make things more digital. It forced me to learn how to use different programs that I never really used before. Because I'm a young, old person. Like, I will have the same cell phone till it completely disintegrates on itself. I'm just not very techie. And so learning how to use the technology has really been a blessing to me. So to me, it was a positive thing.
So Natasha, giving back to the community is something that we value here on KBN. Could you tell us how active have you been? What are some of the things that you've done and what our listeners can look forward to in that area?
Definitely. So I've been in business. This is actually going to be the first time I'm not doing it, but I'm trying to do something different. So I just don't know if kids are going back to school. But I've always done a giveaway of some sort for children. So at first, the first few years was book bags with school supplies. And then last year was the first year I actually did lunch bags with healthy snacks inside. And I just gave them out. People had to sign up. Either it was following me on social media or sending me an email about your child, what grade they're going to, etc. I've definitely volunteered at food banks. One of the services that I offer is actually a kitchen cleanup, where I go to people's homes and help them kind of clean out their cabinets. And some people towards the end will say, like, I really don't want to eat this anymore. I don't want to eat this junk food anymore. As long as it's not expired, I tell them, do not throw it away. And I take it to food banks. Just whatever food, instead of throwing it away, I take it to the local food bank. I've worked in group homes for years. And so sometimes I will take things to them, different shelters. I've done free talks at women's shelters in different states, just about basic nutrition and what you can do and starting where you are. So I'm really big on giving back because someone reached out their hand to me too.
Let me ask you, I think we have been skirting around the whole entire issue here. You come from a holistic standpoint and, letting your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing, based on what you're saying, is that your health is your wealth. So the healthier you are, the more wealthy you are. What is your viewpoints as far as canned foods that's high in preservatives, and the lifestyle and the diet that folks are living with today?
Honestly, I feel like we have to revamp the way we think. We have to shift our own expectations of what our bodies can do. Mm-hmm. People don't realize if you give your body just a half a chance, just drink enough water, eat more fresh foods, eat foods that are more alive, that your body will start to heal itself from things that we can't even begin to imagine. So many people are walking around thinking that they need a pill or a supplement for everything, where I tell people you can actually get more calcium from kale than you do from cow's milk. You can get more vitamin C from just eating the fruit rather than all the fortified things. So much has changed in what food was The laws have changed. What the government allows has changed. And so the things that weren't so bad before are now killing us. The way they preserve food in cans and the processes, just the things that the FDA allows in the food before it's placed on the shelf is so different than it was even 20 years ago that we can't trust it anymore. And we have to really move back to fresher is best. With a lot of my clients, I tell them focus on filling your refrigerator every week, then filling your cabinets. Your refrigerator is where the live food is. If something never goes bad on the shelf, how is your body supposed to digest it if it never goes bad? So I try to have people just change the way that they think about food. Try to eat things that actually will nourish you and, feed you on a cellular level, because salt and sugar are things that they add to make us addicted to food. A lot of the foods we eat are not found in nature. Like, our bodies don't know what to do with them. So let's just give it half a chance and really focus on, eating foods that aren't ingredients, or eating foods that are 5 ingredients or less. You don't need 50,000 things to make something taste good if it's a real food.
And you definitely don't need something that you can't pronounce what the ingredients is.
If you can't read it, put it back. You're not on the level to be reading it. Just leave it where it is.
You're not on the level to consume it if you can't read it. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Natasha, what are some of the merch that you have for your clients and anyone, and let us know how can our listeners find you on social media.
Okay, so merch is relatively new. I'm just really getting started in the merch game. I've always been a service-based business, so merch is new. So first thing I have are grocery shopping bags. As a service with my clients, for some of them, if they so choose to, we go on grocery shopping trips together. So why not have a Lifestyle Motives reusable bag? So that's these. And then I also have water bottles because I'm really big on hydration. So just as a tidbit, it is not 8 a day. Everyone is not 8 a day. What you should be drinking is half your body weight in ounces of water a day. So if you weigh 120 pounds, you need 60 ounces of water just to maintain. So I have 24-ounce water bottles. I have them in 3 colors. So I have the purple with the gold, I have the blue with the black, and then I also have the green with the black. And then, of course, I'm still service-based. So, I have the coaching that runs on a 6-month period. It is $200 a month for the entire 6 months. I also offer the services individually. So you can sign up for just a cooking class, just a kitchen cleanup, just a grocery shopping trip. If you need me to do a corporate training, any kind of speaking engagements, all of that. So you can book all those things on my website, which is www.lifestylemotives.com. You can also message me on Instagram. I am at lifestyle_motives15. And then on Facebook, I am at Lifestyle Motives as well. And you can always shoot me an email, lifestylemotives@gmail.com.
I always ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean for you to promote your business on KBN?
First of all, I'm so excited. It's a different genre. It's a different area. And I love that you guys are a kingdom-based radio station, because I am a God-fearing woman first above all else. Before any other letters come after my name, Christian and who I belong to, who is God Almighty, author and finisher of my faith and life. That is my end all be all. It's part of my joy. It's part of my why. I really believe that I'm doing God's work. So advertising with you guys is amazing. And I know that you're reaching a different demographic that I may not have been able to tap into. The people who look like us, the people who believe the same things that we do. And, sometimes those are the ones that kind of like, oh, well, my Meemaw lived to be 95 eating smoked pork feet. And that's cool, but smoked pork feet was different back then than it is now. And so we need to talk about how we're going to, get you to 95. And so it's really an honor and a blessing, seriously.
Awesome. We're so thrilled to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another business coming across to you, courtesy of 963 ING, Kingdom Business Network. If you want to advertise with us, definitely reach out. Telephone number is there, 516-439-2428. Or you could just definitely go to business at 963img.net. Again, business at 963img.net. Stay tuned for more.
Hi, I'm Natasha White, CEO of Lifestyle Motives, and I advertise with KBN, Kingdom Business Network, 963 IMG Radio.
Microphone check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let's do it.
You're listening to Sunday Praise with Saint Patrick.
I will follow you, hybrid. Oh, my stars, look under again, yeah. Everywhere you go, I'm gonna follow you, yeah. You are my guide and my direction, Lord, I'll let you do. Whoa, you are the reason I am alive today. So I press to the Lord, I'm never gonna go astray. Yeah, wherever you take me, I will go. Lord, for you.
963 IMG.
Going to you.
Hey, Sister Nicole, give me a mic check. Tell me how I sound out there. I want to know how I sound. 963 IMG, ladies and gentlemen, as we do some system checks. You know, every so often you have to deal with, you know, these man-made equipments and make sure that everything is on the up and up. So we've been doing our tests, ladies and gentlemen. You just got hit with KBN Lifestyle Motives, and, you know, give the sister a shout and promote her business. That's what we're here for. If you have a business that you'd like to have promoted here on 963 IMG, just reach out to us and we will definitely promote your business for you also. All right. In the meantime, and between time, let me just play some music and juggle with it now.
Ooh, oh, hey. King's Kiss. Yeah, boy. He from the north and to the south. He ain't nothing like the rest. From the east and to the west. Papa God, you be the best. Oh, north and to the south. He ain't nothing like the rest. From the east and to the west. Papa God. He from the north and to the south. He ain't nothing like the rest. From the east and to the west. Papa God, you be the best. Oh, north and to the south. He ain't nothing like the rest. From the east and to the west. Papa God, live my life without you. Live my life without you. Live my life without you. Daddy, you too good. Live my life without you. Live my life without you. Live my life without you. Daddy, you too good. Hey, my Prince of Peace, my Elohim. I can't deny your love for me. So even in my darkest hours, I could sing Safungilaya. For the things that you did do for me, forever will sing. 'Cause without you, Lord, nothing, so I say, can live my life without you. Can live my life without you. Can live my life without you. Daddy, you too good. Can live my life without you. Can live my life without you. Can live my life without you. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good.
That's right, my daddy is too good.
Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good. Can live my life without you. Can live my life without you.
I don't know about you, man. Can you live your life without God? Really and truly. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Can you live your life without God?
Live my life without you. Daddy, you too good. Papa, you too good. Papa, good. Daddy, you too good. Papa, good. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good. Daddy, you too good.
Staring at a stop sign, watch
Inside the mix.
T-Mac on the radio.
963 IMG. I'm your boy St.
On
Patrick.
your mind, nothing's really going right. Looking for a ray of hope. Whatever it is you may be going through,
The gospel station like no other.
I know it's not gonna let it get the best of you. You're an overcomer. Stay in the fight till the final round. You're not going under.
No matter what is it that you're going through, just know that you're an overcomer. See, you can't just say it, you gotta believe it too.
Feeling like it's hopeless, that's when he reminds you that you're an overcomer. You're an overcomer.
have to just get DJ Disciple, you are needed in the studios. Ah, stop being like that. Feeling in a mixed vibe. And tell me, you feeling like mixing some tunes? Come on. It's a Monday night party. Start the week right. Come on. Hey, Sister Nicole, I want you to put up a post for Sister Judith Gill. Big interview this coming Wednesday. Right here, 963 IMG, if the system permits. Sister Judith Gill. We're dropping her new one here, right here. Brand new single on 963 IMG. Never heard anywhere before. Call it the Monday Joy. Why the mic? I heard that one. 963 IMG brought the cobweb. All right, here we go. Maybe it's dust. Tell me, do I sound any better? No. Come on now, check one more time for me. Hey, guess what? Hey, Super K, you around, Super K? yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bunanunos is back. And yo, she has grown. She's like getting taller than me, man. Either that or I'm getting short. Hey, Bunanunos.
Hello.
Hey. Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has come out of her cocoon. Rejoice in the Lord, all ye righteous. Your shirt, what your shirt say? I am not perfect, but I am a limited edition. Wow. Yo, step in the camera. Let them see that. Pull the mic down. Look at that. Look at that. She, ladies and gentlemen, she is not perfect, but she is indeed a limited edition. What you got to say to the audience?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad to be home.
You're glad to be home.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm happy to have you home. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm in heaven right now. My baby is back. My baby back. See, y'all too young for that. Y'all don't know. Baby back. Y'all don't know nothing about that. All right, so this is what it is. Judith Gale will be with us this coming Wednesday. 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. 48 hours. Sister Judith Gale will be with us here at 963 IMG, revealing on, launching, putting it out there, her very, very, very new single. And, yeah, being dropped here at 963 IMG. Fierce out of anyone else.
How do I keep going?
Tell them Minister Judith.
In spite my trials, why do I keep smiling?
Call the sunshine.
So you wanna know, where do I gain my strength?
And I go to the spiritual.
Where does my help come from? In the times when I should lose control, He keeps me alive. He keeps me alive. He gives me joy.
963 IMG. I don't know about you, but he's keeping me alive.
So you wanna know, how do I keep going?
Tell them Minister Judith.
In spite my trials, why do I keep smiling?
Call the sunshine.
So you wanna know, where do I gain my strength?
And I go to the spiritual.
Where does my help come from? In the times when I should lose control, He keeps me alive. He gives me joy. He gives me hope. He keeps me alive. Jesus keeps me alive.
I think I should burn everything down.
Jesus keeps me alive.
I'm gonna get frustrated. I don't like how things are going. I think I should burn it down. Rip it up. Throw it out. Shelly. Shelly Thunder. Microphone check. Let the fire blaze. Burn out all the wicked ways. I think we need to just rebuke some devil spirits, demons, forces up in here, as the mic is just popping all over the place. I don't know what to do, what to say about it, and I have no answers for all these technical difficulties other than sorry. I don't even think that suffice. Nah. I know my fault. I don't know what to say. We just got to work with it and just deal. New music sent into 963 IMG. Let's see how it works.
You left me in this cold world.
I'm sorry for you, sorry.
You were gone, now I'm alone.